double up.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys do some focus group testing for me? Can you guys do some focus?
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump, Jack.
Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump, Jack.
I need to know if I should use Facebook or not. I need to know if I should use Facebook or not.
I would say, well, what's your purpose?
I would say, well, what's your purpose?
What's your intent to use Facebook to do? What are you trying to do with it?
To meet a real person in reality and shake their hand.
No, Facebook's not very good for that.
Wait, hang on a second. How old is she? Is she on Social Security yet?
I have no idea.
Is she on Social
I have no
Security
idea.
yet?
I have no idea.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. You trying to get that trust fund?
The reality is I don't know the identity of the person. The reality is I don't know the identity of the person.
Well, then you have to continue with your glean.
Nothing at all.
Then you have to continue with your glean.
But this person exists.
Wait, with my what? Yes, I believe so.
Your glean when you
So
operate
are we pulling
on
with the law of
more
attraction?
than what you know.
Operate on more than what you know.
Well, I'm not actually trying to make it happen anytime soon.
Yeah,
And I assume that if the hostilities all ended and all the bad guys were taken away, I think she's probably living next door for all I know. We could just meet like normal people do. But in the interim, it seems kind of absurd that I got to continue to be isolated from everybody when I don't need to be isolated. I mean, I can't use the phone. I can't write a letter. I can't use the internet. Every attempt to do anything is interdicted. But if I knew their location, if I knew their address, I could just walk up to them. Hi, how you doing? If I knew their address, I could just walk up to them.
Right.
Hi, how you doing? But I can't really go out and start searching. I'll be accused of stalking. I'll be accused of stalking.
That's fair. So yeah, like I would employ the law of attraction, right? I would definitely put out the signal.
Well, I think I can. Sure.
I'm just not a good person to ask about this right now because I am completely focused on trying to find a 5-cheese lasagna.
I'm trying to find a 5-cheese lasagna.
Well, I'm specifically asking about Facebook and then whether I should use it. I could use Facebook. I could not use Facebook.
I mean, look, if you're trying to get laid, I'll break it down. If you're trying to get laid, use Facebook. You know, if you're just trying to hook up with someone and then go your way.
No, not someone. No, let me explain. There's an person who actually exists. I just don't know their name or their location. Yeah, it's not a fantasy thing. It's not like I'm looking for a new one. I've already got one. I just don't know where she is or her name. I've already got one.
So you're operating on glean.
But I'm leaning towards Twitter, bro.
I don't know what glean means.
It's when you.
Twitter, huh?
It's intuition.
It's intuition.
A hunch.
Okay. Well,
a guess.
A hunch. Okay. A guess.
But you have a strong feeling
it can
about
be logical because statistically she exists.
Feeling about it. Don't know why.
But my guess is that she would be on Twitter.
I'm sure she is.
And the only reason I'm probably definitely biased, but like Twitter, yes, there's NPCs, but there's beings. Unlike the other platforms, which they lack the human being the user base. Twitter has some human beings on there too.
It does. Quite a few people are on Twitter. I'm not always necessarily allowed to talk to them. Sometimes I'll be booted from Twitter if I start talking to a person who's not on my list of people I'm allowed to talk to. Like all the cops, all the police officers, all the Leos. They've got their own strata, and I'm not really allowed to be there.
I think it's important that you play the Mighty Boosh love games. I think this will help you figure out what you should do.
That sounds familiar.
Love games?
Should do. What I should do is whatever my lawyer tells me to do. When he gets around to calling me. Expect that to happen for another 2 hours at least, maybe 3. Since court is in session right now, I'm supposed to be down there sweating it at the Hall of Justice. I'm supposed to be sitting there on the bench, looking penitent, being surrounded by people who can get a look at my face, and I'm not.
It's so hard to look penitent now with the current people running the justice system. They're such jackasses. They don't garner any respect whatsoever.
Well,
They're not. They don't even garner fear.
no. Oh. Okay, so I've seen the real system behind the curtain. It's not just Dorothy and the dog. There's some scary shit happening that the court can do. They're not quite as bubbling as they appear.
I will not be arrested. Period.
I imagine not. No.
My entire home is rigged to blow.
I bet. Yeah. So's mine in a way. The deadly mold spores have been mostly neutralized, but at one point I had this place set up so that if I was taken away and they left it to sit in the sun, it was going to turn into a toxic problem.
I learned all of my defensive techniques from Mad Max. Touch that tank and.
Yeah, I don't have that going on. I use sorcery.
Well, I'm a damaged combat clone.
Right.
And my leg fell off, and no one's helping me.
Oh my God. I think that I should nominate one of the two of you to be the next person to live through my life when I'm done with it.
No.
Oh, there he goes. Why, what do you mean no? I mean, do you think would it be terrible?
I don't like the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, well, I don't think that's how it works. I think the template for a life is like a blueprint, and then it can be lived by souls in different circumstances, but still the same fundamental hurdles have to be crossed. Like,
listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Jack. I was hoping to come back next time as Dick Van Patten. Specifically, Dick Van Patten from the television program 8 is Enough.
Well, you won't have to sit through it and wait the whole time. I mean, you'll be able to fast forward through it. I think it's your soul gets not disconnected, but it gets plugged into the simulation, and then your life gets run through by an unconsciousness that doesn't experience the flow of time the way we do. And then at the end of it, you see what
I can't live another fucking minute without green shag carpeting.
Well, look, I actually don't really know how it works.
It's still heavy. It's pretty close. Based on the little bits I did hear while I was chopping in and out here. I'm probably going to lose you again, but I'll be back eventually. I'm in kind of a spotty area coming down the mountain here.
Are you from Fort Lewis?
No.
Jack's owned by the military.
Which
Explains why he was located so close to Fort Lewis, which is one of our special operations bases.
Now, when you say located, has there been any problem trying to find me? I wasn't aware that I was hard to find.
No.
Okay.
Where is the fucking lasagna? When I woke up today, I was feeling incredibly Garfield.
I picked up on that. Fuck.
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling incredibly Garfield. Pokemon that I found was a seal.
Damn.
And now I'm feeling down.
Do you know where the link is that can be given to people so that they can connect to the Restream platform in some way? Like not to connect to one of these streams that I'm going to.
Well, you have to go to the Restream interface, and I believe it's the plus button. Bottom center.
Oh, and then we'll get on Twitch too. And we'll set them up with an OnlyFans.
Jack should have an OnlyFans. That is true. He can make a lot of money.
Jack should have an OnlyFans. He should have an OnlyFans, and then a separate one for his hands, and another separate one for his feet. There should be 3 Jack's OnlyFans. So in order to be like a super supporter, you got to have all three jacks. You got to get the holy trifecta, right? Because when you're playing jacks, they always stand on three of the little legs, right? I used to have so much fun playing jacks, like the proper way, where you like throw down the rubber ball and then you go like pick them up, right? Like one by one by one by one by one.
Mhm.
Oh man, 17. Thank you.
How many cheeses can I put in this lasagna? Ricotta, mozzarella. You can even put a little bit of cheddar, but
Bro,
you can't overdo it because it'll fuck up the
We
taste.
can get dozens in there, all right? Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw some mozz and some parmesan, some ricotta, some gouda. Probably get some Munster in there too. I know they're kind of complimentary. You'll throw some Swiss on top because that shit doesn't really melt, but it kind of gets melty, right? You throw some cheddar in there. You got to throw some Bob, okay, and then you got to throw some cheddar Bob, and that's what I call the Fiesta mix, the white cheese, the white cheddar that goes.
My cup
cheddar.
runneth
There's
over.
cheddar, and then there's white cheddar, which is Bob, right?
Cottage cheese.
And cottage
Better make a
cheese
salad.
Absolutely has to go in
It's gonna
there.
be
And if
like-
you're
like
doing
an
cottage
internal
cheese
butt
and it's a
plug.
lasagna, then you're also going to need some cream cheese. Now, the butt plug is useful if you're trying to get some butt cheese, but I highly recommend instead, it's a healthier option from Munda Cheese. Your wife will thank me.
I don't have a wife.
Oh, well, then your future wife.
No, I'm completely off the market forever.
To himself
I'm
too.
completely off the market forever.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of purpose driven, if you will.
Yeah, married to God.
Yeah, you ain't gonna marry me. That's for the issue. You ain't getting me in that trap, okay? Like,
Well, I just find that romantic liaisons they convolute things unnecessarily.
They convolute things unnecessarily.
they're just karmic
and-
prisons, bro.
And then, as far as sex is concerned, I
karmic
mean,
prisons.
Then, as far as sex is concerned, I mean,
Like if
masturbation
there's
pretty much
somebody
takes care
that's
of that.
pretty
You don't
enough
really
that I
need
can wake
anything
up
else.
to every day and be like happy, in addition to have like, stimulating conversations with and be challenged intellectually, and I could rely on this person to be like honest with me and then reliable as reliable.
No,
as you
no,
can
no.
expect.
Humans are
It's
never
easy
honest,
to do
ever.
things
no,
that
no, no. Humans
try
are
as hard
never
as I
honest,
do.
ever.
I know. That's how I know I'm not human.
I just need to find somebody to put my leg back on.
I just need to find somebody
Fell
to put
off.
my leg back on. Fell off.
It fell off.
Yeah,
Are you a
Yeah.
Lego?
I'm a
Are you a
combat
Lego
clone.
guy? I'm pretty
I'm a
adept at
combat clone.
I'm pretty adept at putting legs back on. The Lego guys.
I was blown up.
I was blown up.
Wait, literally?
Yes.
What the fuck? Why the fuck would anyone do that?
Yes.
They were upset.
They were upset.
Well, I mean, I've been upset before. That doesn't give me a reason to blow somebody up. That's not really
But
fair.
some people do. When some people get upset about things,
Some
they
people do.
blow
Some
people up.
get
That's
upset
true.
about things, they
That's true.
blow people up.
Or in my case, combat clones. But
In my case, combat
the
clones.
beauty of that, of course, is that
The beauty of that, of course,
I can be
is
reconstructed.
that, I can be reconstructed.
True.
But I keep
Technically,
asking
yeah.
Jack to put the leg back on, and he won't do it.
I'm asking Jack to put the leg back on, and he won't do it.
Well, maybe you still have to learn something. Because like if the guides aren't letting like it's not really up to me when like I do something like to that effect, right? It's not really up to me whether or not it's gonna work. Because
I
if
just
it
want
were,
to be deployed into combat
I'd be
one last
100.
I just
time.
want to be deployed into combat one last time.
okay. So, what if there was like, you know,
Where did everybody go?
definitely broke up in